So what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Zamrex here, and today guys I'm with your first place UDS Panama. UDS Panama, Jesse Khan. Congratulations, bro. How many wins do you have now?
Our third win. I mean, let me show you guys the belt actually.
Okay, the belt, yeah. What just got about a whole suitcase?
I just came from Peru. Just came back from the airport.
MVP. Jesse came to give us his deck
Right
profile.
Before school, give you guys Sam exclusive profile. Let's drop the suitcase.
Damn, Jesse. Okay, so what does this belt entitles you to? Like,
so for all YCSs, I get free entry and VIP status. That means I get my own private seating area and 2 buys.
what? 2 buys?
Yeah.
Like for life?
As long as the program's running, yeah.
Do you also get like a massage service with that too, or not?
I just really feel like Dweller is like one of the strongest cards in the game right now. And this deck is the best deck at making Dweller. So I literally just, this is a Dweller turbo deck. I mean, obviously it does more than just Dwellers, but the main component is you spit out Dweller and it's backed up with some other resources, and it's just going to win you the game. And it worked like a lot. The Dweller is one of the best cards right now. So shout outs to Game Nation, obviously. Team Game Nation is my sponsors. You can check out YGOPro.com and use the code POTATO for 5% off on all singles. So main testing partners for this event was Siobhan Roy, one of my Game Nation members, and then Isalo, the usual suspect for me.
Okay, awesome. Without further ado, let's begin.
Yeah, so it is Ludolite Orcus, if you didn't know already. We got the 3 Chick, 3 Tiger. This is your bread and butter. You want to see these cards. I built the deck to be as consistent as possible to get to these cards. Some people that know me know that I prefer higher deck counts because it lets you spread across your bricks apart through the deck. That means like you have a lower chance of drawing your bricks. But for this deck, your deck is like really not that strong if you don't see Chick Tiger. So you build the deck to turbo to Chick Tiger, but once it sees Chick Tiger, it's so powerful that that's the way I built the deck. And yeah, that's why I have 3 of each. And then I played 2 Martins. This card is like not the best, but it's still decent. It's your Zephyros. Played 2 because you need more names to send up face level 4. And if you draw it, it's kind of lame. It's still okay in the hand, but like you want to have people send one up Chick too. So.
Right.
No Emerald Bird for this deck because I just felt like I was never really searching or sending it on the first turn, and I was only ever using it to extend my plays more than I needed it to. And like I felt like every single time that I could have used it, it would have just been game already without it. And there were some hands where you would draw it and it just wasn't like a good contributing card. Like it didn't really do that much. Then Zephyros for your combos, card's really good. The Orcus stuff, so it's not, you cannot search with Nightmare anymore. You just search with Curious. I can show you guys the combo afterwards.
Yes, please. Yeah.
It's like a little different now, but it's pretty similar to what it used to be before. And then there's a couple ways to end the combo, obviously, based on how your hand is, but I can show you the basic version. You just Curious into these, and then you can do Rake 4 plus the Orcus combo, and that's like pretty strong. Like, one of the biggest reasons these are good too is you can push through a lot of background stuff with Dengursu, and they give you a lot of late game pushes along with the Chick Tiger combo. So yeah, it was good. And if you draw them, you just don't Curious, or you're Curious for like more like Perfume or Zephyros to extend your Ludolite plays. And the dangers, standard 6, and then 2 off mana. I really hate playing 3 of this card just because the dangers that don't special summon themselves are like really bad in multiples. Dangers alone are bad in multiples. These ones are really bad because your chance of hitting them is higher. If they get hit, they're a lot worse. This one is the next best one if they get hit, but it's still like nowhere near as good as these if it gets hit. So for that reason, there's just only 2, 3. I think for like I didn't lose too many games because like I already like nearly lost top 8 because I just had multiple of the same dangers and missed 4 dangers in a row. Like, I mean, like
yeah,
it sucks.
Right.
So I just wanted to not have that happen. There's no big fit in the deck because, like, again, I just didn't think it was necessary for the extra monster. I already played so much draw power, and I really did not want to like have it miss and then my game just be over because like that would happen in other decks. I don't think it's necessary in this deck. And level 8 does not add anything that it does in other decks. Right. So no Mr. Foot. We got the draw cards. I played a 36 card deck.
Wow. So Into the Void is nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
So yeah, this usually goes against my biggest theory when deck building is to have more cards in the deck just to spread across bricks. It's different. Just want a small deck. Chick Tiger is so broken in this deck that you should try dig for that, and this accomplishes that really good. And if that's the strategy you go for it fully. Commit to it, and that's what Into the Void does. You never play with the hand of this deck anyways. This deck is very it's a very classical combo deck where you're committing your entire hand turn 1 onto the field into the grave. Your grave is your new hand after that. Right. Where all your follow-ups come from Orcus cards and the Chicken Tiger in the field and grave. Your hand doesn't matter. Okay. After that, like even if like half the time I end with a Perfuming Grave, no matter what I draw, I can discard the card I draw and get it for a turn into Tiger. But like so for that reason, like I just never needed a hand. Only like 1 or 2 times where I had to discard my hand, which kind of sucked. But even then, like the reason I couldn't play was because they were all grave effects, and even just discarding it meant that if I lived, that I'd still just kill them next turn because all my grave effects would be fine. If you look at the monster count, it's almost all grave effects. And with this deck, a lot of the spells and traps are also grave effects. It's just like, it's just fine. And then one card I was very shocked that like even the other Luminatechs didn't play is card destruction.
Card's broken.
Cards. They're ridiculous. Almost every card on my deck is just good in the graveyard. I want to card D my Dangers. I want to card D my Orcus. I want to card D the Martins, Kaleidotrix, Zephyros. If I don't want to card D this, I just play it in the scale first.
Exactly, and then you card D.
I want to card D like Perfume sometimes. I want to card D my Serenade Dance. This is the majority of my deck.
Right.
I don't want to card D these, but these aren't going to be in my hand with card D.
Right, exactly.
So it's just kind of crazy because every card is just so good to discard.
Right.
Like, almost every game I drew this card, it was just, wow, this card is the best card in my deck. Because it just won me so many games.
Has anybody ashed this?
If it had Ash, they better Ash. Yeah. Oh, that's another crazy thing as well. Like, I played Manav, and like he had like DD Crow, 2 DD Crows in hand, and Shizuku and Phaser engage, and like card destruction. He can't use his DD Crows now, loses his engage. Even though I couldn't kill him, I cleared his entire field to put him at 900 life points. And now he had a new hand and didn't have engage, and Sugari's already gone.
Right, exactly.
So now I was like, wow, like okay, now he's basically banking on his new cards to beat him, and all his cards are already in the graveyard because I card deed his last resources. And it was a lot of pressure, and that was like really good.
Nice.
So yeah, like it's really good because like against Orcus too, they do their combo. The only cards left are their hand traps. You get rid of the hand traps, then you play. Yeah, they need ashes as well, and then sometimes you can ash the top before you do it.
Right.
Every time I had this, it was game. For the spell cards, these are your consistency pieces. Obviously really broken. Send Perfume, Serenade Dance, and any Orcus or Zephyros. Tankies.
Yep.
And shouldn't need explanation. This card is crazy. Big thing to remember, it's not a Lunalight card, even though it's a Lunalight, there's a space, so you cannot search it with Yellow Martin, otherwise that would be ridiculous.
Right.
It's still really good though, obviously. Seeing this card with other Lunalight cards is crazy. And then the Ricky card.
Babble.
Yeah, you just need it. Yeah. It's just very good for setting up better boards and stuff.
What?
Double or nothing. Yeah.
You still play that?
Yeah, another.
Damn.
Another event with double or nothing.
How many games you win with this?
I had to keep track, but a good amount.
Okay, cool. All right.
It's just so good.
That's all she wrote, man. That's all you need to tell us.
Galtea, Sunlight Wolf, Striker cards, Dweller, hit over all those for game.
Yeah.
It gives you so much more pressure. So one of the biggest things about this deck's weakness, one of the biggest weaknesses I found the deck had, was that if my opponent Dwellered me, I can't do anything. I can make 1 ring 4 and that's it. And obviously, if they have other follow-ups, like their attacker check or if they're playing Salad, then they'll Salad like Gazelle, you can't let them live a turn. And it's crazy that Utopia means any rank 4 just is 8,000 damage if they have another defensive cards. So even if your hands are good enough, you can go like Phoenix Tobacco first and then go for it, or Acid Thought to turn off Ash and then go for it. It's crazy because you normally cannot push like your full combo to a Dweller, and it's just so powerful. I mean, it lets you just apply so much more pressure because they have to save their resources for a rank 4, and it's so easy for you to make a rank 4 in this deck. You can make 3 of them a turn often, like, or even 4. Like, it's just so hard for them to keep up with.
Right. Damn.
And then you got the other bricks in the deck. So special for deck, and then your defensive cards. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. It's finished.
So it's obviously 40 cards with the draw cards.
36.
Yeah. 36 with card destruction.
Let's go to your extra deck.
So 1 Dingirsu. Sorry it's not sleeved.
It's okay.
I played my Danger deck, so my Thunder Danger deck, so I had to de-sleeve a lot of these stuff. Dingirsu, standard. Utopia package. Really broken. Afterthought package. This is like what makes the deck crazy.
These are on Nibiru, right?
Yeah, any hand traps, and this deck does it so easily, and that's why like this deck is so good right now. Rank 4s are so powerful. This deck makes them the best. Rank 4s and dark, so it synergies really well. Tornado, Force Tricks for searching Zephyros. Best card right now, I think.
Dweller.
Yeah.
So, like you said, Dweller Turbo.
Yeah. Dweller Turbo.
Dweller Turbo.
Dweller and Orcus. Yep. This is part of the combo. I'll show you guys later. I still need generic link too. I did their points down. It's not like Phoenix.
Yep.
You need it for the clearing back row stuff, obviously. Orcus cards for defensive and offensive purposes. You need to play this one to play like Colossus stuff and go for game. It comes up a lot. I have no regrets for that. Some people don't like it. Curious for your combo. Send Orcus stuff. You can make this in on your end boards now, so because you're not making Griffin.
Wow.
You make him with the Curious instead, and he's like extra negates.
Exactly.
You can also use it after you ask the thought if you need to. They cleared your board, but they didn't really deal with your follow-up. Like you still have your Tiger and Scaling Orca stuff engraved. Like you need to make sure you have a way to play through the Nibiru still. So that means you just make this first, and then you Bowl Sword and kill them.
Right.
Speaking of, there's the Bowl Sword for killing them.
Right. Cool.
Which synergizes well with Orca stuff.
Cool. Extra deck, perfect.
Yeah. Side deck, two Nibirus for Salad and like the Rogue combo decks.
Only two?
Only two. Like, it's not like amazing right now. Like, it's not good against this deck. It's not good against Pure Orcust, and it's not good against Striker. Broken versus Salad. Broken versus like some of the crazier combo decks. Versus Pure Thunder, it's not very good. And for that reason, like I didn't want to have three on my side. I just wanted to have the threat of it being there for like Salad players to play around because if they tried Dweller me, it's rough. Two no materials because I didn't know how popular this deck would be. Really good against the mirror match for the Nyarla. It's crazy.
Oh, so you just hit the Narla, right?
Yeah, dude, this card is insane. I don't know why it's like not played more. I played in like every deck. I think it's so broken with every combo deck. And if you are playing a combo deck, it's crazy as well because it swings tempo in your favor. Like it's not good for card advantage, but it means that your opponent can't play for that turn. Because you're playing combo deck, you can capitalize so much on that it's insane. It's like Droll and Lockbird, but for any combo deck right now. Two twin, because the rest of them are three of, so only space for two. And you got 3 roots. This card is insane. Back row disruption. 3 mind controls, very good for breaking boards. That is really good. I like this card a lot. And then one of the more different cards was Chaos Hunter.
What is this, man?
Yeah,
What is
so I played this over Lancia because against Orcus you can do a lot of other stuff. Lancia only affects them for their turn. This hits your turn and first the game if it's on the field. So you wait for after the gears to summon or when they summon it and they go reattach. Then you summon it, otherwise you're just going to send it. But when you summon it, they can't use any more Orcust effects, so it turns off any Babel they searched. You can't use Crescendo because it vanishes. You can't use Cosmic Cyclone for your Tiger, which is very important. You can't DD Crow you, so your grave is protected. You can't Dynamiscus you if they play that. If they play Trap Chick, they can't do that. So it cuts off most of their defensive options. And because they went first in the way Orcust functions, they pretty much have almost nothing to protect them. If they have Asher and Permanents, they hard drew them. That's pretty much what they're limited to. They can't call by their grave either. And it limits them to so little disruption that you can just kill them. Especially like even if your combo's not killing them, you're just clearing the field. They can't deal with the Chaos Hunter still. They're still going to lose because they can't use any of the Orcust effects. If they can't get to a Nigursu on the field, the game's over. And that's why it was really good. And in the mirror match too, when they summon Nyarla, you just summon it. It means they can just Dweller you, which is still a lot, but you just summon Dweller back. If they summon Dweller in attack mode, you just double them. If they summon in defense mode, this kills the
Dweller.
The Rage Link 2, and the Dweller swings over the other Dweller because there's a defense, and then they can't deal with Chaos Hunter Dweller too much. And the next turn you kill them. So it was very strong mirror against Orcust, and then I considered siding it versus the Thunder deck to play Trap Chicks and Dynamiscuses. But yeah, it's mostly for those two decks, it's like really good at shutting them off. So you're mostly just gonna need Tiger Chick and then you just wait to get a monster on field. So we're gonna start off with our Kaleido Chick and revive it here. And we're gonna overlay for Nyarla. So Nyarla has 2 effects actually, even though no one really uses them. On summon, you can discard a number of cards, increase its rank by that amount. So say I don't want to use the effect, risk not discarding other cards in my hand, I'll just discard it. And then this effect activates to summon the ancients from my deck.
Yep.
Summon Mothman, sure. The other effect lets me detach both materials to reattach any card from my grave to it, and it becomes that attribute and type. What matters is it's not a cost for that. So you activate the effect and it detaches. And because it's not a cost to detach, Yellow Martin's second effect comes in, which you add any Lunalight Trap or spell from your extra hand. So you're just gonna add this any down.
That's sick.
Yeah, because it's not a cost to detach. Because it has to be an effect. This is an effect to detach, not a cost.
Wow. Okay.
Very specific wording that just works out.
Wow. Okay. So this is a free ad.
Free ad. And we're gonna be able to discard it later, and I'll show you why that's important. And then we get to make our Azathoth.
Thoughty boy.
So now, Nova monster effects, they can only interact with impermanents. Outside of that, they pretty much have no control over their fate.
So now it's done. It's done.
Should be a sealed deal after this.
Okay. So like, what do you
the end
do?
board you should be able to play on Super Poly pretty much every time.
Okay. So what do you do?
So Yellow Martin's effect activates the other one to bounce back to the Lunalight card. So now these are in your hand again. And then you can use Tiger again. None of its revive effect is not once per turn.
It's ridiculous.
So you can get this back, and you just send another yellow martin. You don't need it for the combo. You just don't want to draw it, and it means your Tiger can just revive more cards in the grave. So this is your field, these forests in the grave. And I'm just going to link 2 now. You want to keep this on field because you want to exceed with it. If you exceed with it, then it's going to go back to the graveyard. Otherwise, it gets banished. You want to reuse it, obviously, for next turn. But you're going to make
Barricade
what
Work
I
Blocker?
told you about. Yeah, Barricade Work Blocker. So what he does is when it's summoned, you can discard a card, and during the end of the turn, you can have back any continuous spell or trap, or I think field spell. Actually, I don't know if I can add a trap. No, continuous or field spell, so not a trap. But you discard a card pretty much, and at the end of the turn, you can add back. You don't have to. And it also protects your faceless spells and traps from being destroyed by card effects. So, like this Tiger is protected for whatever, if that matters at all. Not really, but it's not staying on the field. You just discard your trap now. So, the trap lets you summon from the deck by banishing and discarding a card. So, that's another free monster, pretty much. And now we are going to.
Zephyros?
Huh?
Force Tricks,
we
right?
are going to exceed summon now. Force Tricks.
Force Tricks, yeah.
So if we didn't have level 4 danger, you could have just kept the Cloud Check on field, and then linked the danger into this, and then used the Cloud Check plus this. So don't get like confused.
Same thing.
Yeah. You get to add our Zephyros now. So we have a new card to discard for our trap card. Our trap card is the graveyard now. I'm gonna banish the trap. So we can discard the Zephyros.
So they can't, at this point, they can't hand trap you. They can't.
It's just impermanence.
It's impermanence, that's it.
They can't DD Crow, they can't Ash, they can't Veiler, they can't Ogre.
Is it done? Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty much done deal. So here you notice we have 3 different types of darks for Curious. And we also have Zephyros on grave. Zephyros by itself with the Tiger is a 1-card rank 4. So you can kind of see where it's coming along together now. Right now we have Curious plus a rank 4, even if we get impermanence.
Right.
So if we get impermanence, which is the main point, we end on Dweller with this in scale. And this is 3 monsters next turn because it revives 1. You bounce to summon, and then you summon again. So it's 3 monsters.
Okay.
So like even if you get stopped, you're fine. And that's why impermanence is like not actually that big of a deal. So this, we're at a really good point right now. We can just link these away and we summon our Curious. Effect goes off. Assuming we haven't drawn any of Orcus cards, we haven't discarded them on your Arla or your Dangers. You can just send your Harp. And it doesn't matter what you mill here. If you mill both Orcus spell and traps, it kind of sucks. If you mill one, you just search the other. It's not a big deal. But there are plenty of good cards to mill. You can mill Perfumes, other Orcus. Those are all really good. So usually doesn't matter what you mill. So for the sake, I'm not going to mill anything. We'll show you what the standard combos.
Right.
Assuming you mill just Dangers. So here, I mill those 3.
Okay.
Now we're going to bounce back this for Zephyros. And I'm going to scale it and play it again. So actually, it's just better to put it on this side. I'm trying to do it upside down a little hard. And then Dweller. And now, depending on the rest of your hand, is how far you can extend the combo. If you have extra monsters, you turn this into Appaloosa and then do Orca stuff. Right now, you don't have enough monsters to do that, so we can't make the Appaloosa. The best board I like to make is this. That way, if they have a monster, extra deck monster here, you get Battle Field you can send.
Right.
And you have Dingers and Grave to send as well.
Right.
Notice here they can't Super Poly you, so you have very, very good coverage for your field.
Wow.
You have Orcus Nightmare and Grave too, so you can boost up this guy's attack.
Right.
And what's really cool is if you can boost up the Palooza attack by 800 by sending Wand, so you actually get another negate out of it, and they can't seem over you in battle. So that's like my favorite board because it's the most secure and very, very good coverage for disruption.
Right.
But right now, obviously, you can't do that because you have bare minimum, which is still fine. Usually, this is enough to win you the game. Keep in mind you have 2 other cards in hand, and good follow up regardless if they crack your board. So yeah.
So you banish Harp.
Yeah, and it's always going to summon your Nightmare. If they have any grave, you'll summon Symbol. And you'll link these 2. We're just going to make the simplest play possible. So, like, if you are just ending on this, you'll put this in the corner here, and you'll be out together. Usually I like doing the Appaloosa with this.
Yeah.
Adjusting bare minimum, it's that. We want this to point here, that way it's protected by battle. So as long as it points to something good, it's protected. If you do it like this though, it is not protected. It can be destroyed by battle. So sometimes you can get some weird situations where it screws you. This is safer. Nightmare, doesn't matter what you boost, it's end of turn. Attack doesn't matter in the first turn. We're gonna send our wand here. We just need another free monster to make our plays. So one big thing is like you're not really gonna be doing much else here. You're just gonna save the wand and grave. Because you can use it again next turn. You're gonna shuffle back the Nightmare. You're just gonna sack Crescendo. The next turn, Wand gets you back your Harp, which will get you back to the Nightmare, which will get you back Symbol, which gets you back Gal, which is a Ding. So that's you like you can see kind of here with how all the free monsters can kind of link up into a Tornado and then a Phoenix and then Bowl Sword and then a Revive Dinks and another card.
Right.
So even if they crack the board, if they don't deal with the resources, you're still killing them next turn through a couple interrupts.
Right.
So that's your follow-up, and like you're ending on Dweller with a negate with strong follow-ups.
Congratulations again, third win, UDS champion Panama. And anything else you want to say before we end off this video?
I already gave my shout out, so I think I'm good.
All right, guys, your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. All right, guys, peace.
Run up the score, run it out. I'ma run up the score. I'ma need a few more. Then I'm talking about 25, 25, 25, 35, 35, 35,